Your tenants are gonna be fighting every single day at a park. Not only that, but you're either gonna either figure that out and make them agree to it, or have somebody park at the road, figure all that out as you go. It's gonna need anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000 to bring it where it needs to be. Like, I mean, really good. That's how you get into a property with low money. That's how you get into a property for like 100, 200, 300K less than the neighboring properties. They're asking $352,000, and right now in this area, rents are going anywhere from $1,400 to $1,600. Let's go check it out. Hey guys, Ray Butler here. Hey, I wanna point out a couple of red flags for new investors looking to get their first rental property. So check it out. Right behind me, I have a duplex here in Midtown, downtown Mobile, Alabama. This property is $352,000. That's what they're asking for it. Average rents in this neighborhood on this street are anywhere from $1,400 to $1,650 for this sized deal. So another thing you have to really pay attention to with these older buildings is it's kind of historic. It kind of feels like old school, old style, which is cool. So you could come in and renovate without changing it too much, like just leave the bones of like the old, like vintage looking house or duplex. You can actually go in and just kind of modernize like little pieces of it, right? Make like little things modern to kind of give it that new pop. And some people really love that, especially some renters will really like that old school feel with the big trees and the neighbors and people walking around. So this is like your typical like American dream, like neighborhood. We got people sitting on their porches, drinking tea, hanging out, doing their thing. So first thing that I don't love about this duplex is the one single driveway, right? So your tenants are gonna be fighting every single day at a park. Not only that, but you're either gonna figure that out and make them agree to it, or have somebody park at the road, figure all that out as you go. Second thing I don't love about it is it kind of dips down, so this will collect water, so this is gonna have to be redone off rip. Third thing is it's on a crawl space, so it doesn't have a foundation. It's a crawl space. It's a 100-year-old building or 80-year-old building, so you're gonna have to deal with the floors, the subfloors, the structure for the floors, all that stuff. Of course, we have the separated power. Thank God. Can't have multifamily without separated power. It's a headache. And then, of course, it looks like somebody added some extra structure, like a laundry room or something back there. But yeah, so I mean, it's your typical like older building. You could put some money into it and make it look, real pretty and attract the type of people that love the old style building with the new modern feel to it. It will need some work though. It's got the cool backyard that's all fenced in that you can protect, your little dogs or whatever. All right, so another thing that I don't love about this property is the AC unit. This one on the left is from 2008, so that's like 17 years old or something. Is that right? 17 years old? And then this one's a little newer, but this is gonna have to be replaced. It's probably on its last leg anyways. So just something to consider whenever you're looking at properties is, what's my future problem? Like what problem am I buying into? One thing I like about the area is it does feel pretty good. I will give it that. Like these historic plaques are everywhere on these houses. You can even zoom into that right there and take a peek at that. And then the neighborhood in itself just is very calm. It's very quiet. You can look around, just see how like peaceful and quiet and well upkept the property is, or the properties here. So now we're looking at other red flags inside of properties. First thing in this unit right here, I'm noticing something's happening with the floor here. It's a little bit soft. So as you can see here, the floor, this right here is why I do not like crawl spaces. The subfloors go first, and now this whole entire thing is gonna have to be ripped up and redone, which is not a good sign at all. Another thing about this unit particularly, it smells a little bit mildewy, like a little bit wet, and that's not a good sign at all. It smells almost like moldy. Don't like that. The floors feel a little uneven. I opened up the doors so we could have some fresh air. I'm also noticing, like, as I walk down here, it's like a slope. There's like a slope going down. It's like I'm going up a mountain right here, so there's definitely something going on with the foundation with the subfloors because there's a crawl space. It's not on like a concrete foundation. All right, so also I can see that this has been remodeled, but it's been done very cheap. Like you can see, it's just not ideal. It's been painted, slapped some new doorknob or some handles on here. The backsplash is kind of peeling a little bit. Needs to be caulked. It's just been thrown together, right? It's very obvious that this has been thrown together. It's not even lined up. Like the stove with the overhead here is not lined up at all. It stinks too. It smells like maybe there's some mildew or something leaking underneath there. So yeah, this is definitely a property that I would go into knowing that it's gonna cost about 10 times more than I thought to actually get it up to the standard that I need it to be in order to get the good rent. All right, cool, so we're going into this last room. It's a little funky, it's really small, super small, like you'd have to fit a tiny bed in here. And another thing I'm noticing is like the tankless water heater. Whoa, this is like going down a hill right here on the floor. The tankless water heater is in the closet. I don't love that just because, like, let's just say you have a child or someone small living in this little room, they're hanging up clothes and they just start playing with the tankless water heater temperature, and I don't know, it's just it's generally not a great idea. It needs to be kind of tucked away somewhere, or even worse, they can play around with the water lines, like the cold intake, or that even worse, the hot flow that comes out of the tank. Overall, I would say something like this property particularly, it's gonna need anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000 to bring it where it needs to be. Like, I mean, really good. I would not do anything halfway in a deal like this because it could look pretty good, but it's got a lot of work to do. So someone needs to be here just managing, and just like a whole project manager guy needs to be here just ripping people and getting this thing done quick. So this project should take no longer than like 3 weeks, but it's gonna cost some money. So that's just something to consider whenever you're buying real estate. You just gotta look at it and ask yourself, what problems am I buying into? So if I'm buying into a problem, cool, you can fix the problem. It's gonna take money, which we use 0% interest funding for, but that's how you get into a property with low money. That's how you get into a property for like 100, 200, 300K less than the neighboring properties, is because you buy it with the problems and then you address the problems with 0% interest funding. It's basically free money. You just pay yourself back later. So some red flags that I'm noticing at this property that I just pulled up to is, first of all, the trash is in the middle of everything. The cars have to dodge the trash just to get in the parking lot. Also, the parking lot's got a big like ditch inside of it. It needs to be redone where that gravel is sitting. And then another thing that I really don't like is just cars that have been left and abandoned just in the general area. It just brings the whole area just down. Like, I get people are going through stuff, but take your car and throw it in the trash. Get rid of it. If it looks like crap, just get rid of the car. All right, so those are some red flags that I personally like to look out for whenever I'm looking at properties. For those of you who are looking at your first deal, make sure you check it out. And by the way, investors who are already experienced, go ahead and drop a comment below on some other red flags that you like to look out for as well. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.